Hey, from the Mike Eisenstadt Performance Studio, this is the Live Music Showcase, brought to you by WMNF Tampa and listeners like you out there in radio and Facebook land. I'm Bill Dudley. I'll be your host for the next 55 here or so. And today in studio, an old favorite, an old friend, Kevin So's back with us. Hey, Kevin, welcome back to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me here.
Let's start off with a tune, if you would.
Sure. Just because my hair is a little longer, just because my skin is a little darker, just because my eyes are a little smaller, who are you to judge me? Just because my clothes are a little ragged, just because my shoes are old and dirty, just because I live in this part of the city, who are you to judge me? Just because your father is a chauvinist, just because your mother may be prejudiced, just because your best friend is an atheist, who am I to judge you? I see a white man in the middle, black man left, yellow man right. Though they are three strong individuals, they'll stand strong side by side. They stand strong side by side. Just because I eat red meat, drink whiskey, just because I smoke my dope and nicotine, just because I watch hardcore pornography, who are you to judge me? Just because I'm only in my 20s, just because I wasn't around in the 60s, just because I had my fun in the 90s, who are you to judge me? Just because I drive a red Ferrari, just because you hate to ride the subway, just because on weekends you fly to Chile, who am I to judge you? I see a white man in the middle, black man left, yellow man right. Though they are three strong individuals, they'll stand stronger side by side, stronger side by side. So even if you come from a foreign country, even if you're raised by a royal family, even if your grandma does your laundry, even if you earn a six-figure salary, even if you manage the late-night Denny's, or even if you're one of their security, even if you're in the gang of 20, even if you're witness to some bigotry, even if you're facing the grand jury, even if you gave your testimony, even if you slept with Monica Lewinsky, even if you cheated on Chelsea and Hillary, even if you're serving the last year of your presidency, even if you're still trying to establish democracy, even if you worship every Hollywood celebrity, even if you can't stop watching TV reality, even if you're having short-term memory, even if you're looking to fire a guy named Comey, who am I to judge you? Who are you to judge me? I don't have to like you, you don't have to like me, I can just ignore you. You can just ignore me, or I can put my arms around you. Put your arms around me. I see a white man in the middle, black man left, yellow man right. Though they are three strong individuals, they'll stand stronger side by side. I see a white man in the middle, brown man left, and a red man right. Though they are three strong individuals, they'll stand stronger side by side. They stand stronger side by side, stronger side by side, stronger side by side.
Good song to start off with here.
Thank you. Thanks.
Kevin So, our guest on today's live music showcase here from WMNF in Tampa. Is that a new song?
Nope. That song has been around for 20 years.
Really?
I've had that for a while. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You can just keep adding to it.
Yeah.
Make it more and more topical.
Totally. Yeah.
So, Kevin, I think you were on the show last time maybe 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to have you back here.
Nice to
Yeah.
be back. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're doing some gigs around here?
Yep. I'm playing tonight in Sarasota at the Fogartyville Arts Center.
Oh, great.
And that show starts 8 o'clock. And tomorrow night in St. Pete, a place called the Craftsman House Gallery.
Yeah, that'll be great. Yeah.
Yep. And then Sunday in Lakeland,
Okay.
an afternoon show. So if you live out in Lakeland, I'll be there. Show is at 4 o'clock. It's a little earlier show.
Uh-huh.
At the-
Yeah. Sunday's good. That's a good time for a Sunday afternoon.
yeah. So, yeah, I'm in town and,
Have you been doing a lot of traveling since we saw you?
yeah, a little bit back and forth. I finished a bit of, the 2 years of traveling, promoting the Countryside album, and it was longer than I expected. It was great. No one kicked me out of the country, not yet, and that's good.
Well, I hope they don't do that.
Not yet. And so I don't know. Unless we go to war with Korea, right? And it's like, I'm Chinese, not Korean, but still, that's the same thing. Whatever.
Yeah.
You look like them, you know what I mean? I mean, people have mistaken me for Korean, so it don't matter if you look like anything like that. It's like, get out, No, no, that was the 50s, right? Yeah, but
Theoretically.
no, that was the 40s internment camps and stuff. Anyway, how do we get into that? No, yeah, I'm gonna be toured a couple years with that album, and then went right to work. Just went back in the home studio and started recording a bunch of songs that I had written throughout that time. Stuff that didn't quite fit the Countryside album, and so I'm bringing that side of that music out a little bit. More R&B, more pop, more soul. Just kind of where I'm at right now, I guess, in response. But kind of where I'm at least this weekend is singing more like socially, social protest type stuff.
You can't really go wrong with that.
Well, sometimes that's the thing. It's sometimes you can go wrong with that. Like it turns off certain people, and but I've also learned after you just can't please everybody. But it's a hard call. You know what I mean? Like I kind of joke about how this tour is like I Am Asian, Hear Me Roar tour. These are all my songs that are like about being after being around for like 20 years, you develop a lot of material, and so when you start pulling all the songs out in one collection to play, like say tonight, you kind of have to wonder, I'm gonna wing it in a way, like, is this getting too redundant? You know what I'm saying? So I try to like, okay, here's a cheesy love song, I don't know. Here's
an Oh Baby song for break things up.
I don't know. I never saw Phil Oakes live, right? So like I would imagine that 90% of his songs were like socially, protest type of stuff.
But he had some love songs. So.
He did. So
yeah, he had some good love songs.
Yeah, I need to check that out more, because how do you, how do you fit those in and not lose sort of sight of, your own, where you kind of almost have to be kind of schizo. You're like, yeah, I want to change the world, and then, hey baby, I miss you so much. And, it's like, right?
Yeah.
I guess it's good for the AD. All the.
Well, speaking of the Countryside album, we actually have a couple of copies of this album to give away. We got a couple of little trick questions here. So I'll ask one of them right now, and if you call us at 813-239-9663, that's our request line control room phone. You can answer the question and win an autographed copy of Kevin's Countryside CD. And the question is, who is accompanying Kevin in the studio today? So, I don't know. It's a tricky question, but they told me to ask it. So there you go. Give us a call at 813-239-9663. And meanwhile, let's have another song.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for listening, everybody. Shout out to all my friends in Sarasota and St. Pete and Tampa and anybody who's listening in Nashville. We sailed across the water, we soared across the sky, walked across the western border, our hearts and hopes held high. My father and his father, my mother and her child, sought a place where they could live beyond the ocean wild. We went in search of our America, left home to look for our America, dreamed a dream of our America. We came and made it our America. We planted seeds in our America, raised the flag of our America, stood our ground in our America. We came and made it our America. Among the soaring mountains, along the sparkling sands, placed our mark upon the soil, we worked it with our hands. We built this nation's railroads, we fed and clothed it too, marched in peace, died in honor, somehow we made it through. We went in search of our America, left home to look for our America, dreamed a dream of our America. We came and made it our America, planted seeds in our America, raised the flag of our America, stood our ground in our America. We came and made it our America. My country, 'tis of thee, celebrate our legacy. Weave us in your tapestry, write a page in history. This is America, sweet land of liberty. La la la, la la la, la la.
Great song. Is that another old one?
A little bit, yeah, about 5 or 6 years.
How has
Sometimes
your
6 old.
how have you evolved? I mean, have you undergone personality development since you started picking and singing 15 or 20 years ago?
Definitely.
What are some things that have happened that made you a person you are today as opposed to then? Other than being older.
Hard lessons, I guess, you know. Just listening to a lot of different things, you know. Self-help stuff, you know, things are around, you know. I'm into a lot of metaphysical stuff.
Okay.
You know, I didn't grow up listening to that stuff, but then, you know, as I got older, I just listened to all those gurus, you know, people.
Yeah. Any special gurus that you like?
That's like a plug for these guys, aren't I? I don't know.
No, hey, you don't have to mention them. That's no. Just curious.
I always, it works for me, so I don't want to say. I just think it's worth exploring. You find out what's good for yourself, and I think sometimes it could be too much, you know, depending on where you are, and but I definitely have been listening to that stuff as much as been listening to music, and it's been helpful in trying to, when you're constantly going towards a goal, like let's say, for example, the Countryside record, just beginning and saying, I'm going to make a Kickstarter, and, the conception of it, from writing the songs to the full, like, releasing the album, and then also touring, for 2 years.
That was a big deal doing the Kickstarter thing for that album.
Yeah, it's a big, because first of all, you have to kind of give yourself license to actually go for that, especially when you're trying to raise over $10,000, right? That's a lot of money for anybody. So, and you're asking your fans to kind of pay in advance, right?
And they expect something in return.
Yeah, and then and you of course expect something in return. Just you expect to give, this is what you want to give. You're expecting a lot from yourself too, and that's good. But
I would imagine that it's a healthy thing and that it keeps you sharp.
It can, but that's the trick about this self-help stuff, is because you can lose sight of everything around you, especially if you're tunnel vision like me. Sometimes you like the whole, like, being present and just being the whole stop and smell the roses thing. You know what I mean? Like,
you can get too contemplative, you mean?
Yeah, I'm not saying that's what you need to do. You need to sort of stop and smell the roses and enjoy what you're doing, and enjoy, like, what I mean is specifically, say I'm working on another album now, and it's a grueling process. I wouldn't wish it on anybody, because you're not, you see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? You know how the music should sound, or at least you want to spend the time doing it. But you can't, because you've got to spend time with your family, your friends, and you got to. I mean, at least for me, it's more than you want to, because there's days when you actually don't want to. You want to just work on your project, but and there's no way around it when you're sitting there editing tracks. Or I know there's a lot of musicians who might be listening and just know what I'm talking about, like just editing your tracks, comping your vocals, getting your guitar part perfectly. I don't have an engineer to do that. It's just me and my laptop and the microphone, and sitting there hours after hours. So anyway, that kind of stuff, the reward are of course the final project, but I don't know.
By yourself. You're doing it by yourself. That is work.
It's a lot of work, and not to mention the business side of booking gigs and then Facebooking and promoting and all that.
That's a whole other deal.
Yeah,
there.
Instagram. I see people doing it, and I wish that I had two of me, because I can't. I just can't. I'm not saying I can't. I want to. Yeah. I'm trying. I'm trying to be in the moment in this new century, but also try to keep it real. Like, keep the music the way I hear it, and try to make it sound as good as possible. And that. You can't. You only have so many hours in the day. I don't mean to make excuses. Just how yeah. Just being honest.
Well, that's cool. Kevin, hey folks, Kevin So's our guest on today's Live Music Showcase. In case you just tuned in, I got to thank our video crew and our audio crew. Video, we got Richard Stone, Marcy Connors, and Bill Brame on the cameras. Tom Connors is here too, helping out. We've got John Casimiro is directing, and assisted by Bob Hoke. We got our great sound crew. We've got Paul Green, who's assisting our sound engineer, Mark Perfetti. He's mixing it up today. Steve Arduengo and Millie Matos are producers of this here live music showcase. And if you're enjoying the show, you can watch us on Facebook. If you're not doing so already, just go to Facebook and type in LMS WMNF, and you'll see our live Facebook feed. Then later on this evening, Richard Stone will prepare our show, and it'll be up on our very own YouTube channel, which is WMNF 885 FM is the YouTube address that you can type in to find our show. So we also want to mention that we also want to thank D Drum, located and made right here in Tampa, for donating the drum kit, which we use in our drum booth here on the Live Music Showcase studio. You can find out more about them at ddrum.com. So Kevin has made his way over to the piano.
Yep.
And what are you going to do for us here?
I'm going to play a new song that... I don't know.
Is this going to be "Oh Baby, Oh Baby," or is this going to be?
Yeah. Yep.
Just kidding.
No. It's not, after those last two songs, I think we need. That's what I'm saying. We need a little "Oh Baby, Oh Baby."
Okay.
This is a song I wrote with my friend Lisa Ashman, and it's called "I Got Angels." So. Not gonna give up, not gonna slow down, not gonna play rough. I wanna stick around, 'cause I'm not alone here. There is nothing to fear. I got angels, I got angels. Don't wanna lose you. You've been a good friend, supporting what I do, no matter how different. Shown in the right light, the way up won't fade from sight. I got angels, I got angels, angels watching over me, yeah. Angels I don't always see. All I know, wherever I go, I got reasons to believe. I got angels. I might feel I'm losing ground, can't keep chipping away, but there they are, keeping this ball in play. My heart is broken, I'm gonna bounce back. I need a moment to find out what I have. There'll be a strong hand to lift me up again. I got angels, I got angels, angels watching over me, yeah. Angels I don't always see. All I know, wherever I go, I got reasons to believe. I got angels, I got angels. I know, I know, I know, I got angels. Ooh, oh, I got angels.
Nice song. Music from Kevin So. He's our guest on today's live music showcase here from WMNF in Tampa. You know, WMNF is a listener-sponsored, non-commercial community radio station. And as such, we depend on your support. You can always visit us at WMNF.org /support. And you can leave a tip for a live music showcase or give us a call anytime at 813-238-8001 and let us know you want to give your support to the Live Music Showcase, the show that plays music you didn't know you wanted to hear. That's one of our WMNF slogans. And we're on Facebook at facebook.com/LMSWMNF. And we'll be on YouTube later on at our YouTube channel, which is WMNF 885 FM. But right now, if you want to comment or react in some way to this radio show here, You can give us a call on the studio line at 813-239-9663 or send us an email at dj@wmnf.org. And the only one other address I have for you is that if you want to be on the show, send us an email at livemusic@wmnf.org. Okay, got all that? A lot of information there. You're still at the piano?
I'm still, yeah. I'm going to stay here.
Okay, good.
They set up this nice
sounds,
piano. Right.
It sounds great. It sounds really good.
Thank you.
So you said that was a new song you just did?
Yeah, I wrote that with a friend, Lisa Ashman. She lives in Nashville. And
is that where your home base is?
It is. I'm in transition right now, actually. Yeah, I'm still in Nashville, still based there, and in the process of actually moving back to Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we always hear about Nashville as the place to be for musicians, but primarily we think of country music and other things like that associated with Nashville. But Nashville's been a good place for you?
I think
so, as a singer-songwriter?
I think so, for sure. At least for me, just learning what you can as far as the craft goes, writing with people. It's a new way of writing, of course, writing in a room with other people and not writing necessarily with yourself in mind singing the song. You're writing with another artist. I think I got into this because it was therapy, and I wrote songs because it just kind of helped. I couldn't not write, writing songs. It just kind of comes out of you, like that last song, right? You just have this need to express yourself, right?
What prompted you to get into this, to this writing with somebody else, though? I mean, what was the impetus to do that in the first place?
Well, there were a couple of things.
Because you've been writing songs for a long time.
Yeah, as I'm getting older, I think, to be honest with you, as you get older, you start to realize that you kind of want to be behind the scenes anyways. You just spend a lot of time in the spotlight and being in front of the camera, even though it's ironic because I'm in front of cameras right now, right? But you write kind of with other writers, and it's like apprenticeship, it's like going to school. Huh. It is going to school. You go in there, you're writing with real people who are serious about the craft too. They're serious about writing songs in general, writing a great song, but they're also serious about writing specifically for a particular artist. That artist might be in the room, or it might be, there's so many options, there's so many sort of classes in a way. You write with the artist. Like I wrote with an artist recently who came down from Montreal, and she's 24 and trying to make it, right? And doing a lot of shows, and you write with her and her musical director, and in hopes of that they might record the song. And you learn a lot. You learn just the process of writing, but then, like we talked about, the other part of life, which is just being a human being, right? You get with these people, and it's like not just a test of your skill, but a test of your human skill, right? You get in with strangers and see if you can be kind, So
it's a good experience then.
Right. I think so. I think it turns off a lot of people too, right? Because sometimes you're just going to have a difference of opinion. You might have the better line, or you think, but this artist would not sing it that way, or it's not their line, right? So they're like, and I've always kind of jokingly say singer's choice.
You got to be tough. They might stomp on your favorite notes.
Well, here's the thing, though. But then they might not ever record your song. That's what I mean. If you're not good in the writing room, then the chances of they might not only not record your song that you wrote with them that you spent 4 hours with, but they may never even want to write with you again because the experience just wasn't a pleasurable one for them. So I think it's baby steps. When your hope is that to find your, like Lennon McCartney. If I'm Lennon, I got to find my McCartney, right?
Yeah, that would be great.
Right? Yeah, and I think if you're lucky, you might find 5 or 6 in town. There's so many writers. There are over 60,000 songwriters that live in Nashville.
Oh my
God. The work is definitely in the moving around. You've got to go check out writers, and but that's if that's something you want to do, and that's something that I wanted to do for a long time before I moved to Nashville. Yeah. But because I was performing and singing my own songs, and I think you can be somewhat disillusioned by that too, because there are these songs that you think are perfect and great, and then you go to Nashville and you think you realize that these songs aren't going to go very well in Nashville. And that's the humbling thing, because that school, as people, the myth of Nashville is true. There are some great songs that you hear that aren't even super famous, but you hear these amazing songs that come out.
Yeah. Well, do us another tune.
Okay. Yes. Somebody's music? Is that phone?
Somebody's cell phone.
Not mine. Can I know something like that?
It's not mine. Hey, new song.
All right, this is I wanted to quick mention Craftsman House tomorrow night and Sarasota tonight. If you guys can come out, please.
We'll run down that stuff.
Okay.
We will do that for you.
Yeah. This is a song for man's best friend. It's called So Proud to Call You Friend. And you smile, you're an open book. When I'm wearing strangers, just take a look. You give me back what this mean world took, and it comes from the heart what you do. I'm so proud to call you friend. I'm so proud to call you friend. You love me for me, you never pretend. So proud to call you friend. Some people out there, they get on my case. My work is my joy, but not to everyone's taste. Your honest reactions, they won't go to waste. When I got something to bounce off of you, I'm so proud to call you friend. I'm so proud to call you friend. You love me for me, you never pretend. So proud to call you friend. You let me show you just how I feel. Uncompromised, undisguised, unashamed. Unraveled you are, I don't have to look far. When I'm down in the dumps, or at the top of my game. So proud to call you friend. So proud to call you friend. You love me for me, you never pretend. So proud to call you friend. Yeah. So proud to call you friend. Oh, so proud to call you friend.
Music from Kevin So, our guest on today's live music showcase here from WMNF in Tampa. And the friend in question, I think, is here in the studio. That was the answer to our question, which was who's working with Kevin today on the set? Who's accompanying him? And the answer is Mr. Monk.
Oh, yeah? Did somebody answer that?
Well, I guess so, because they have a winner. It says
Already?
Lucia, which is either Lucia or Locia from Miami,
Hey.
called in.
Hi, Lucia.
Yeah. So
It's Monk.
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 Yeah.
Hey, Monk.
Yeah. Can we get a shot of Monk there?
Monk. Want to sing? Woo, 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 woo. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo.
Oh. That's a first for the live music showcase, folks.
Woo, woo, woo. Yeah.
Very talented.
He's my friend.
That is a talented doggy. Monk.
He sings the blues. He likes the blues.
He's got his own Instagram here
He does, yeah. He's
at Kevin So
Kevin
Monk.
So Monk, yeah.
Kevin So
You can
Monk.
Follow Monk on Monkstagram, on his Monkstagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I'm just a roadie.
Yeah.
I carry his merch.
Is he on the CD?
He'll be on the next one.
Okay,
But
good.
yeah,
That's all we need to know.
He is on. There's a picture of him in the CD.
But he sings on the new one you're
he's
working
going to
on.
be singing on the new
Oh,
one.
good,
yeah.
good. Are you sampling him, or is he singing along with the actual
He's
song?
singing along with the actual song. I've got to work on the edits, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's got a strong voice, and he's
Yeah.
But, I want to make sure we tune him correctly.
Well, he seemed to be in tune.
Yeah, that's what's amazing. He's got the tuning. He
What,
sings it kind of in a pitch. He's got
What key were you just playing?
in C.
Yeah.
So it seems like
he's a diatonic kind of dog.
itchy too. Itchy dog.
Very cute.
He's tired. Yeah. So
Yeah. Has he been traveling with you?
he's been traveling. Yeah, we've been moving around a little bit.
Yeah.
Taking him everywhere I go. He's 10 years old now. Just turned 10. So
He's
Yeah.
just in the prime of life here.
yeah, I'm sure that you've had musicians with pets that travel with him. You've had
Yes,
people
yes.
there
Yeah,
that-
but they didn't ever actually sing on the show, but so that's definitely a first.
Well,
Kevin
I'm
So.
honored. We're honored.
Yeah, well, we are too. Kevin So and Monk here in our studios live. Kevin's going to be performing at tonight at Fogartyville Community Media and Arts Center in Sarasota. And then tomorrow at the Craftsman House Gallery in St. Pete. And back up here at the UU Center in Lakeland for a 4 p.m. showtime on Sunday. Doors open at 3. And you can find out all about that at kevinso.com. That's KEVINSO.com. Kevin So, our guest on today's LMS. We got Richard Stone, Marcy Connors, Tom Connors, Bill Brame, and on our camera crew here today, we got Bob Hoke and John Casimiro doing the directing here today. Steve Arduenga, our show producer, assisted by Mildred Matos, and we've got Mark Perfetti, his very own self, mixing it up, assisted by Paul Green. So great crew. We're happy to have such a great crew. Heard from some people. We heard from Scott Elliott, who says, "Hey Kevin, welcome back to the air. You're sounding terrific."
What's going on, Scott?
Yeah, we heard from Bill Stokes. He says tuning in from St. Pete.
Hey, Bill.
And Tom Stafford says loving the music.
Oh, thanks, Tom. Tom
So-
Stafford. Shout out to
we got one more autographed copy of the Countryside CD, so let's give that away. If you give us a call here at 813-239-9663 and answer this very serious question: what is Kevin So's favorite color? No, what is Kevin So's favorite sport? Just give us a call with the answer to that, and you'll get yourself an autographed copy. And anything else, any other reactions you might have, just give us a call here. Or send us an email at dj@wmnf.org. We also have a text number, but they have never put that on my piece of paper. So one of these days, I'll let you know what that is. Let's have another song.
Okay. Yeah. I'd like to dedicate this to my mom. She's in Boston, Massachusetts. So, yeah. It's not worth it if the first things last in mind. 'Cause it hurts when you're leaving loved ones behind. Yeah, the bills keep piling up. Even still, your family won't tell you to stop. It's not worth it if the first things last in mind. I used to have a friend who'd say call anytime. It showed there wasn't a wall that I couldn't climb. And I may lose a few more before my final day. That's why I feel this way. That's why I'm saying it's not worth it if the first things last in mind. 'Cause it hurts when you're leaving loved ones behind. Yeah, the bills keep piling up. Even still, your family won't tell you to stop. It's not worth it. The first things last in mind. I hear my mom's voice, though she's getting old. She's yelling at me, the fish she made is turning cold. If you stay on that computer, boy, you'll soon go blind. Though it's your daily grind, don't you unwind. Suddenly you're finding yourself running around in a circle, useless to anyone else. Your brother just called. You're an uncle. Look for records in dusty milk crates, ask for a cover song in bars of the interstate. Tonight I meet good friends at a local venue, and you're invited to bring the whole crew. It's not worth it if the first things last in mind. 'Cause it hurts when you're leaving loved ones behind. Yeah, the bills keep piling up. Even still, your family won't tell you to stop. It's not worth it if the first things last in mind. It's not worth it if the first things last in mind. It's not worth it if the first things last in mind. It's not worth it. Worth it when the first things last in mind.
like that song.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is that how old is that one?
That's on Countryside. That's
Okay.
on the last
That's great.
last song.
What was the name of it again?
Not Worth It.
Okay.
Not Worth It.
Kevin So. Kevin So's our guest on today's live music showcase. Excuse me. I'm Bill Dudley, and we've got about 10 minutes to go here. I have to tell you some stuff real quick. Diane Jackson called, says looking forward to the show tonight. And that's going to be at the
Diane.
Fogartyville in Sarasota. We heard from Tina, who says, "Oh my God, Monk sings." We heard from Jackie at Squeeze Juice Works, says amazing
Hey,
dog
hey, Jackie.
solo.
Hey, Tina.
Howard says enjoying the tunes. We still don't have an answer to our second question for a free autograph CD of Countryside and what is Kevin So's favorite sport is the question. 813-239-9663 is the number to call. And I just need to tell you one thing. Support comes from WMNF, comes from our members, and the Florida Division of Emergency Management. 2016 was an active storm season with Hurricanes Hermine and Matthew. And the 2017 storm season begins June 1st. It's coming up. Now is the time to prepare. Details at floridadisaster.org. Kevin switching back over to the guitar, I think. Okay, he's going to grab a guitar.
Although I like the piano.
Well, it sounds really good, but the guitar sounded good too.
I'll try to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got this Facebook Live thing going on.
You can watch our show at Facebook Live. What he's talking about, and that is facebook.com LMS WMNF.
There you go, yeah. Guitar here, okay.
All right, what's this next one here?
I'm gonna do a song on the Countryside album. This one's called Parade. Oh,
Turn your pickup
because I
on.
turned it down. Yeah, sorry. Here we go. We're back.
There you go.
Maybe you're a stray dog wandering in the park, searching for a hand to pull you out of the dark. Maybe you're some genius working for the company fool. Now you feel the need to live by your own rules. Everybody's welcome, join the parade. You ain't gonna be left out, don't be afraid. 'Cause everybody's welcome, join the parade right now. Maybe you're stuck in traffic, wishing to run the red light, but you know you can't cut another car off without a fight. So maybe it's time to turn around, stop lying to yourself. Time to throw out the keys, no more pleasing somebody else. 'Cause everybody's welcome, join the parade. You ain't gonna be left out, don't be afraid. 'Cause everybody's welcome, join the parade right now. Maybe we're just too different. You'll go your way and I'll go mine. I know it's never been easy to cross another line. Maybe it's time to turn around. Maybe a drum and you're not the only one. 'Cause everybody's welcome, join the parade. You ain't gonna be left out, don't be afraid. 'Cause everybody's welcome, join the parade. Ain't nobody left out, don't be afraid. 'Cause everybody's welcome, join the parade. You ain't gonna be left out, don't be afraid. 'Cause everybody's welcome, join the parade right now. Yeah, right now, right now. Don't be afraid, yeah. Right now.
Kevin So, our guest on today's live music showcase here from WMNF in Tampa. Thanks to Mark Perfetti, our mixologist today, assisted by Paul Green, and our TV crew, Richard Stone, Marcy and Tom Connors, Bill Brame, John Casimiro, Bob Hoke, and our producers, Steve Arduengo and Mildred Matos. And great to have Kevin So back on the show. Going to be at Fogartyville tonight, Sarasota, tomorrow night at Craftsman House Gallery in St. Pete, and in beautiful Lakeland at the UU Center for a 4 p.m. show on Sunday. So check that out. Oh, they're passing me a note here. This is high-tech stuff here, folks. Elaine from Beacon Hill Coffee House in Boston says, shout out to Kevin. And she's also the winner of the CD. All right.
Oh.
Request from an individual says, maybe after the air as Facebook Live Encore. Oh, individual is the name of a song. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, you could do that now. We've got about 2 minutes.
I played it earlier. I played it.
Oh, that was the name of one you played earlier.
The first one, yeah. It's called
that was called Individual.
Side by Side. Sorry, I
Okay.
could.
Well, that person will have to go and check out the YouTube video. So anyway,
sorry. Hey, Elaine. Sorry about that.
time for one more.
Yes. Okay.
What's this going to be?
Hopefully, I'll know the words to this one. Completely. I guess when you haven't. Yeah, nervousness, a little bit of nervousness, but I promise I'll know the words to that. It's the last song.
Well, you're here with all your buds here, so
I know.
everything's cool.
I feel just so unprofessional here. Yeah, one more. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to go back to the piano. Can I do that?
Sure, no problem.
Right. Sorry. Yeah.
Kevin So, our guest on today's live music showcase here from WMNF. And fundraising time is coming up in a couple of weeks, and so we hope that all of our great MNF folks our listeners will remember us then and give us a call during our summer fundraising marathon, which starts in 2 weeks from yesterday, actually. And we'll be doing the live music fundraiser, and we'll have a band and everything. So call us then and pledge your support to community radio. Okay?
Right. Cool.
Take it away, Kevin So.
Okay. Do people play cover songs here ever?
Just play whatever you want to play.
Really? Okay. I'll play them. Okay. Thanks. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only blue sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. No religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Live as one, yeah. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. Brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you join us, yeah, and the world will live as one. Live as one, yeah. Live as one.